Alright, so we're on our way to True Rest Float Spa in Wilmington, North Carolina. So the idea is we're going to get into these large capsules, and there's about 11 inches of water in there that's body temperature, and there's about anywhere from 500 to 1,000 pounds of Epsom salts in there. When we get in, we're going to float on our backs and close the cover. It's going to be pitch black, no sound, no light, so essentially sensory deprivation or sensory reduction. So after a while, the point is to not be able to hear anything, see anything, and you won't be able to really feel the water around your body either. So it's just kind of like people describe it as floating in nothingness or floating in space. Results that I've heard range anywhere from mental wellness to physical wellness. People with fibromyalgia have gotten in there on bad days and come out feeling perfectly fine. People with just normal aches and pains do well because it takes all the weight off the joints, and then just kind of resets the brain as well. There's no other sensory input that's going in there to clog up your brain, to distract you from what your brain is really wanting to think on by itself there. Some people will fall asleep in there, some people will see colors, see lights. I've heard people that have stumbled upon fantastic ideas that didn't know they were in there. It's kind of like a forced meditation. There's people that will spend months and years trying to be able to push thoughts out of their head while they're meditating. Well, this essentially forces you to do that. There's no stimuli at all, and so you're kind of almost forced into a meditative state. What I'm hoping to get out of it today is just to see physically how it feels, and I'm excited to see how it feels to not have any of that sensory input and to just be there for an hour with nothing but me, nothing but myself and my own thoughts.
So what do I hope to gain out of today's little experiment? First of all, I'm hoping that it will relax me some. Obviously that seems to be the most common theme that I've seen from anyone that gets to do this. But as somebody who struggles with anxiety and sort of nerves, I'm really anxious to see, ironically enough, if this will limit that some, or if it will relieve some of the sort of nerves and anxiety that kind of go through my head on a regular basis. So that's one of the main things that I'm definitely curious about. How relaxed am I going to come out mentally? Where am I going to be? Hopefully there's some physical benefits as well. I have some stiffness in my upper back, and hopefully by the time I get out of there, that will not be the case. So we will see if this little trip makes me a believer or not.
So we're watching a video now to tell us all about float therapy and what we can expect, tips and tricks. These chairs are fantastic. I'm getting kind of excited. We just watched the video that told us what to expect and what the benefits may be. We're looking at a really cool rotating shape with some music. They said there's going to be an oxygen bar when we get done, so we can partake in flavored oxygen. Who knew? Certainly not me.
No, I'm still curious about how it works, to be honest.
The lid opens easily on hydraulics. You move your head by that light, and that puts these three controls to your right hand. That red button on the silver plate is an intercom. If your music is too soft, too loud, or you have any questions during your experience, you can push that button and I can talk to you directly through the pod. The middle white button that sticks out controls your light. I recommend that once you're comfortable, you turn your light off with extra sensory relief. That light will not go off unless you choose to turn it on. You push the button and turn the light off, push it again for it to come back on. It will come back on in a different color. There are a variety of colors that you can choose from to choose which one the best benefit you. The last button that's flat on the surface controls your music. I recommend you let me control your music for you. The first section we recommend doing is 10 minutes of spa music, 45 minutes of silence, and then 5 minutes of dance that leads you back. Or we have a soundtrack of music throughout if you don't need to enjoy the silence.
Alright, here I am. Jeremiah's in his room, I'm in mine, and told us to put earplugs in before we got in the shower. So I'm going to put these earplugs in, and I'm going to hop in the shower. And then I guess all there is to it after that is just hopping in the tank. I'm pretty excited about it. And it's got a nice blue hue in there.
and you can definitely smell a bit of the salt. I might talk a little weird after I get these in because I can't really hear myself. But it's a great place. It's really clean. Just set up really nicely. So there we go. I'll see you after the shower. Nicely quick shower. All right, here I go. I'm gonna get into the tank now. That is it's pretty warm. They say body temperature. Probably should have taken a little cooler shower. Like she told me to. Let me see if I can lay back here with the lid open and light on still. Whoa. And I'm definitely floating. It is not hard to float in here at all. I can hear the music next to my head, even with the earplugs in. Yeah, this is really cool. I'm floating just directly on top of the water. This is really neat. Okay, before my time runs out, I'm gonna close the lid, turn off the light, and see where it takes me. All right, so it's all finished. Just open my lid, lights are back on, all the music came up. I'm just kind of floating around here. I don't really want to leave. It's really comfortable and so relaxing. I guess I'm gonna have to get out. Still floating. The jets are just kind of spinning me around in circles. That's pretty neat. How was it? We'll get some of this bubbling oxygen in the background.
Yeah, I know, right? I liked it a lot. It took me a long time to sort of let it all go, though, because the thing that I became hyper aware of very quickly was how much stimulus I'm used to, and then when all of that's taken away, my body just looks flat. Like for the first, I don't know how long, I just felt like I could hear everything. I was looking for something to see. I don't know, but toward the end, I could tell I started getting more comfortable with just laying and not being bombarded with a million different things. And I actually started hearing my body creaking slowly. Like if I took deep breaths, my back would pop and things, and I could tell I was finally chilling out. My neck is the area that took me the longest to just sort of let
Me too.
Because even at the very end, I could still feel some tension in there.
Did you use the halo for your neck?
I did not.
I think next time I will do that.
Yeah. But beyond that, I thought it was really cool. My mind kept trying to race. I kept trying to bring it back, but I'm sure that's probably just a newbie issue. You get used to it after a while. But I really enjoyed it. I felt great. When the jets came on, I didn't want to get out.
I didn't either.
And you really do lose all track of time in there. Like I couldn't tell if it was 5 minutes, 50 minutes.
I thought it was like 20 minutes when the jets came back on.
But I definitely enjoy it, and I think it would definitely be something you get better at with time for sure.
Yeah, I think I'll try the halo next time for my head, because I felt like that was definitely the hardest part to relax. And even though when it was relaxed, I felt like it wasn't. If that makes any sense. Yeah, and I concentrated. I reached a point pretty quickly where I realized my muscles were not relaxed, and so I kind of took an inventory from my toes and went all the way up, and found I was kind of squeezing my thighs together for some reason. I think I was trying to create buoyancy or something for myself.
Right.
But I kept going through and tried to relax a little bit. And I was in and out, and I definitely had some kind of minor type of dreams. Did you have any dreams at all?
I did not.
No?
I never went out.
No.
Like I said, my body was searching for all kinds of stimulus. It just was not used to that.
Which I guess I kind of do that sort of thing anyway, but yeah, I wouldn't say hallucinations, but I certainly went in and out of dream state quite frequently. And that was pretty neat. I saw some pretty cool stuff. Nothing crazy, but just regular dream type things. What you got going up your nose there?
Flavored oxygen. for anxiety relief is this particular scent.
I'm hooked up to the peacefulness. It's kind of weird. You can smell it and taste it at the same time. She gave us some tea and some water. She said we can hang out as long as we want down here. So we might sleep here tonight. I like this place. I could definitely spend some time here. Anything else?
I think I'm good, man. I'm enjoying it.
All right.
I kind of want to just go to bed now.
We'll just relax.